bring this down. All right, y'all. I'm tired. Got that there. I'm gonna give it a few minutes. I was late. I had to get the cable because I didn't have it charged, and I also got the heat on because it's Arizona cold anyway. Let me see. Whew, y'all, I'm tired. Okay, I'll have it on. I don't know if I'll be on here long. I don't even know what I named this. What did I name this? I don't know. It's 2025, y'all. It's 2025. And I'm going to take these off because it's blurry up close. My other glasses, I gotta fix the little inside thing. I'm so ashy. Y'all see how ashy I am? Y'all ain't tell me I'm ashy. So Goose Creek, y'all see that? Goose Creek. And this is the cherry blossom. They do lotions, and their scents are really good. I used to really like their candles, and I still kind of do. I like the scent, but they used to burn longer, and now I don't know if they, everybody doing stuff cheaper than what they had it before. So I don't know if they cheapened up or what, but let's see if y'all, see, I'm ashy. Yeah, did I don't know. I got weird bruises. So tired. Talk about everything here in a minute. I don't even know what I named this. So I hope everybody's having a happy 2025. I'll say that right now. If you come in, give it a like, thumbs up, share it out. I'm probably just gonna talk in general and catch y'all up. I am sorry some of y'all have checked and said, are you okay? Because I hadn't done any lives. I've been training for the class for my new job. I'm at the same company, but I got a newer position. So I was training for that. We finally completed training. Did I just start the schedule? I think I just started my schedule this week that we're in right now. It's ending. And I have been but tired. So they had us, the first, I think it's a good company, but consistency when you doing a training needs to be done. Also, you need to state the facts. So I went through studying for this licensure. They talking about we might have to get a licensure up because I have no idea. It's so frustrating. But anyway, because I'm like, I don't want to get my license up because it took all that we did just to study for it. And we didn't, you had to know it. And I sat here and binged it and did everything else. And I don't want to get my license up. Anywho, neither here nor there. So let's go over everything real quick. So the new position, I'm in my new role, still learning it. There's a lot to learn. The role that I have mainly, I came from more the property side, and this is supposed to be an injury side, but in reality, because of I'm not, they have what they call specialists and they have associates. I'm an associate. Specialist is hired an associate. The specialists really deal with the injury. The associates, we mainly deal with property damage with a little bit of dealing with the injury stuff. So for me, I'm good. I like dealing with the property because the injury is very convoluted to me. However, a lot of the people that they've hired in this department, I think, were hired from the outside in. So where some of our training from the previous group I was in, we kind of got the experience on how to handle property. A lot of these guys didn't. So you're going in looking at stuff and you're like, oh, I really need y'all not to touch this. And we need to take y'all back to where I started, learn from them, and then come back over here. So I do like the fact that they had the 2 entry levels for this, but they probably need to create a department that just simply deals with the property for this group and doesn't even touch injury. But as you grow in doing that, then you bridge in the injury stuff, if that's what you want to do. Anywho, that's kind of what's going on. So it's been a little bit of a learning curve. Also with school, I'm in my class right now. After this class, I think I got 4 more classes to my bachelor's. So I will end up getting my bachelor's in theology, God willing, and I'm still breathing, and we're still here on this planet. Sometime in, let me do this. Sometime in, when will I get this degree? Probably July, August. I think July, August is either when my last class starts or when it ends. I can't remember. It's one of those. But I'll be getting it summer, right? God willing, I'm still breathing. Health challenges, I've been dealing with that. So I was having problems walking. Um, I now have one of them push wheel rollators with the seat on them. I got one of those that helps me get to the car. I'm going to get the leg x-rayed Thursday. And I'm also trying to go to the doctor's on Thursday. So I'm trying to do all that. I get mammogram, leg x-ray, leg knee x-ray. And then I'm struggling because right now, based on how I'm feeling, the weight does have to come off. I'm really, really feeling it. And with the knee. So I know he was talking to me about the Ozempic and the Wegovy. And I may end up doing one of those. I may just not have a choice because health-wise, I'm going to have to do something. I can feel it more than ever now at 56. And prayerfully, I don't know how much damage is already done, right? And if the knee has to get a knee implant or something like that, or have knee surgery, I have to be definitely much smaller than what I am right now. There are a lot of unknown, a lot of people don't know what's up with the particular weight loss. They call them weight loss, but I'm also a borderline diabetic. So being diabetic, it's an insulin-based drug. So it could help on two levels. I'm kind of researching the Wegovy versus the Ozempic. I know that my half-sister in Texas had a couple of friends that ended up in the hospital because they were on these drugs. I know that there's some knowledge about a stomach paralysis, and I've been watching other doctors talk about it. And one of the things that they mention is they do not know long-term side effects for these two drugs. They haven't been out long. They're very new. While people are looking at them as weight loss drugs, they truly were designed as insulin-based drugs. So we're going to cross that bridge probably when I talk to them on Thursday. I got some other stuff I'm taking care of financially. And praise God, my play nephew now does taxes, so he's going to do all my tax stuff for me. Get that filed, and then I'll deal with getting some financial stuff finally taken care of that needs to be taken care of. Man, that's been me right now. So it's just been that point of getting that all done. I had to ask this question because this is something that came up with my next door neighbor. We're talking now. Most of y'all know the whole ministry background and going to school and Christian background. But he said to me, he said, we ran into each other because he's not there all the time. He's a Latino guy, really sweetheart. He actually works for the owner. So he actually, I don't even know if he pays rent. He handles all the air conditioning for the owner of this building. And my understanding, the owner has other properties. So he handles all his air conditioning. Plus, he runs his own air conditioning business. So the guy is comfortable. And he like, you know, a couple of nice vehicles, his work truck. And he's not here a lot. So I think he's got a girlfriend, and then he's with his family. But that's kind of that Latino close family thing, right? But we ran each other in the parking lot. I'm going him a little roll later. I got my lean. And Vicky said, you can pull the handles up higher. I said, no. So I can stand straight. I don't stand straight. I bend. And I bend because my lower back is... it's in some other world right now. If I stand for too long, it feel like MC Hammer and the whole entourage is in the back just kicking the hell out of my back, my lower back. So I got a lot of issues going on. All the age stuff has kicked in for sure. And I'm always sleepy. I'm always tired and always sleepy. Another friend of mine, I think she 60, just turned 61 or something like that. And she said, after my nap, I'm still tired. I'm still sleepy. I said, girl, welcome to age, because welcome to the club of getting old. And y'all know anything for dark circles, because I can have the dark circles now too. I don't really care about age, but I do hate them dark circles because I always look tired. So he was talking. He said, Shannon, he says, it feels weird. I said, what do you mean? He said, you know, New Year's is always cool, but it feels weird. I said, what do you mean? He says, I can't explain it. He said, it feels off. I get it, but he don't get it. I want to know what y'all think. Do things feel off kilter to you? I know for me, I already knew it was feel off kilter because I don't think we got a lot of time left on the planet. Or maybe I don't got a lot of time left on the planet. I don't know. But things feel very off kilter. I can't even explain it. And that's what he was sharing. I didn't bring it up. He brought it up. And I said, well, things are different. He said, I can't. He says, I was working with one of the couple of my guys, and we're doing an air conditioner. And he says, he says, he says, the days were off for me, and just things feel weird. I'm like, yeah, things feel weird. I pray that all y'all are having a good New Year. But I'm going to ask you, do things feel weird? Things feel off kilter for a lot of people, and they really, truly don't know why. I believe that people are all in a massive spiritual search, too. And folks are trying to find something because what you're sensing is spiritual. You just are reaching in different directions because to come to Christianity, especially right now with so much going on, and a lot of people that I'm going to say are looked at because they look at the television and the media and internet for their spiritual gurus and foundation and the people who claim to have titles and claim to be ministering for God. And maybe they are, maybe they're not. Maybe they're in error in some of their theological thinking. I think we all are at little points until I had one lady I like, and she said, I stand on Bible. And the problem is a lot of us are not standing on that because we don't open it up and read it. And instead, we're following a person who puts on a show for us. And they tell you what you want to hear. And they tell you the things that make you feel good in order to, hey, put that money in my account. Go ahead and make a donation. Go ahead and sow a seed and all the other things. And they tell you what you want to hear in order for them to, and I heard a guy listen, he says, to fleece you. And that's really kind of what's going on. It's sad, it's sick, it's twisted, it's demonic, but that is what's going on. So we got a lot of people, unfortunately, who can feel something is off, something is weird, but they can't put their hand on it. And then maybe some of you are like, no, 2025 is great. It's my year. Okay. But other folks I'm talking to, and quite a few, when you pass them, they're just like, something is odd. It feels off. Things are weird. And it does. It feels very weird. Cranberry juice, y'all. I had got that drink. It's a cranberry something from Starbucks. It's so good. And me and the bee were fighting in the black back door and dropped my drink. Buzzard. Trying to get in the house and not let him in. And dropped my drink right at the back door. I got to go out there and wash it. I washed it off a little bit, but I had to go out there with the hose and wash it off later on. I was like, I can't do this right now. I'm irritated. I only drank that much of it. It was so good. And then, I'm going to give a shout out to Starbucks. These right here. So yesterday I went, and I think they gave me this box because it's about to expire, which is cool. I'm going to put it in the refrigerator. Yep, 111. So I was like, oh, I want a Bliss bar. And he gave me a whole box. And thank you, Starbucks. I love my Starbucks. And the cranberry Bliss bar is like my favorite. They got two things that I would get, and I'm not a huge sugar person, but that cranberry Bliss bar, I'm sold. I love it. It's like my top favorite. I like that cranberry orange drink by them. And I don't know, Starbucks, can we talk about the coffee? I got the caramel macchiato, and I did it with non-dairy creamer, and it was nasty as hell. I was like, I don't know what, I don't know. I felt like I was eating powder. I don't know what that is. I'm going to have to try to doctor it. And I wanted a cold, not a hot. He didn't ask me, so he gave me a hot. Let me see. I guess from yesterday. That's horrible. My God. It tastes like a lot of artificial stuff. Like they did an artificial coffee. It's horrible. That's horrible. So I'm probably going to end up making me some, because I probably paid $7 or $8 for it. I'm just so not happy about that. That drink was nasty. I'm probably going to, I don't know if you can salvage that. I can still get, it's like an aftertaste. It's horrible. I may try to mix it with, make my own coffee, make some espresso, because I got a mocha pot, and do my own coffee and blend it, just to try to help it. Hold on. Out of Fraser. Hold on, let me get my glasses on. Hey, Alda Frazier, where you are? Hold on, Quita Frazier. I think it said Quita. You can tell I'm old now, baby. Quita Frazier, where you at in the country, baby? And hello. And I'm just chin wagging. And how'd you find out about the channel? I'm just chin wagging just because I didn't chime in and people were sending me messages like, hey, where you been? I didn't do New Year's. I didn't do Christmas. I really rested because I was tired as heck. Where you at in the country? Quita kind of quiet on here. I'm in Arizona, for those who don't know that already. And I'm saying it's our cold. I got my little space heater on. Georgia, I like your food. It's pretty country too, but I like y'all can cook. Any in the South, I'm very happy with on y'all food. Y'all food is good. Georgia, Alabama, Mississippi, Louisiana for sure, Tennessee. Yeah, y'all food is good. I'm gonna give you that. Your traffic is horrific though. What part of Georgia? In Atlanta area? Oh, you're a suburb? Okay. Well, welcome. And I haven't talked to you before. Well, I thank you for being a subscriber. Did you get in because of the trucking? Because you know I don't do trucking anymore. But did you come in because of trucking? Because that's usually how most people came in. That's the ice machine. Oh, and this one I'm drinking, y'all. Cranberry, pomegranate, blueberry. For our driver. Okay. All right, you're a driver. Um, how long? How long you been driving? Do you drive or is it a family member? Because I know I got some people like Wendy who's on here. She used to drive, but her husband drives now. You wanted to be a driver. Okay, got you. Yeah, it was, you know what, I'm going to say this, and it's an industry, like I got trucker Nikki right now, who's, I haven't talked to her in a minute, but she's talking about coming back here, and she wants to be local. She's done owner op for a little bit. She did company driver. But you can lose your shirt in it if you got down sick. Okay, got it. Okay, got it. Girl, I'm dealing with health issues right now. I'm and that's the other thing about trucking. When I went into it, I was 200 pounds lighter than what I am now. So I easily put on 200 extra pounds. Trucking is, and I had a couple doctors tell me that. When I was working for University of Phoenix, I had doctors call in and I said I had my CDL, and I was back in the office, and the lady said that's a good thing. She's a doctor doing, I think she's doing some, they would upskill, so they would have to take classes. And she said that's a good thing because trucker health is not good. And she's absolutely right. And it's because of how the job it is. Not that a lot of people, truckers are lazy. That's not a lazy job. It's you sit, you drive all that day. Then you have to get out. You do a few things around the truck. You go to sleep. Well, you eat and sleep at the same time. So as soon as you eat, you go to bed because you don't like get a meal break and you got exactly a certain amount of hours to sleep and you got to roll again. And your sleep is so up and down. It's all over the place. You could have an appointment where you're sleeping today. You could have an appointment where you have to sleep at night. You have an appointment where you have to sleep in the afternoon. And then you got to eat right around whatever that break is. And normally you eat and then go right to bed, which is horrible for your body anyway. Then you're sitting in the chair. That also has impacts on your back, what's known as your lumbar. You got a whole bunch of stuff. So like Trucker Bill, he did a lap band to get his weight off. And right now he's in a job more where he's moving around, where he's able to do that. Nikki, I think she had some health issues too, but she's okay. I mean, she's pretty much a little more active, and also she tries to eat a certain way, so I think it helps her. Because I don't think she doesn't like meat. She eats more fish and seafood. I think is what she said. But you will put on that weight, because I did see her one time when she was back here, and I could tell she's not a fat person, but you could tell she had put on a little more weight than when I first saw her. And then when I saw her again, she had lost weight. So you really, there's a lot with trucking health wise. It's not really the best, but I commend the people who do it, because we need goods, we need services, we need food, we need fuel. You know what's going on in California, that's huge right now on how that's going to impact. I know right now I got friends of mine say, hey, get your top off your gas. And see, if you go in, I was already overweight going in, that didn't help the situation. So I was already overweight, and then I added couple hundred back in. Now I'm paying for it big time. So yeah, I'm getting ready to. I'm personally looking at Ozempic or Wegovy. The weight loss surgery is an option too, but it's such. It has its side effects too. So it's like I've talked to friends of mine who've had it, and there's some massive issues. I know some of the issues they have. Um, Also because of my blood thinner, that is something. So I may look at the Wegovy because I'm 56. I'll be 57 in June, and let's be honest, if I croak between going now, I didn't have 56 years of life. I mean, I was, like I said, Christian. I'm praying to be out here in the rapture as far as alive, but I don't know. I might hit a casket. So do do I want to take the risk of being on that, getting the weight off, and then maybe living a little longer to do whatever I'm supposed to do, if it's in God's time plan for me? Or do I want to keep trying to go this route and just be as miserable as I am right now? I mean, literally walking, getting out of bed, just walking across the hallway, getting off this couch right now in a few moments and going to the bathroom, pain all in my left leg for my knee. My knee is like kicker, and it does a double boom boom. So I got a bunch going on right now. I got to go check. I also need to go do my gastric, because sometimes, not gastric, my colonoscopy, and get my stomach checked, because I got something going on stomach wise too that's weird. I can eat, and then if I eat and I almost get gassy, and then if I go to sneeze or cough, pain. So I need to find out what's going on. I got some stuff I got to go find out about. But yeah, so that might have been God's design if you didn't go into trucking. And like I said, I commend those who can be in it. And you will see some drivers, like you see some of the guys who would get out and try to walk. But also, I hate to say it, you're going to start company, and the companies really, honestly, do not make it easy for you to be healthy, for some of the, especially the starter companies. And I had worked in the office, so what you would get, like you would get them in old, some of them put refrigerators on the truck. Flatbed, what's up, baby? I got a young lady in here, Miss Quita, who had talked about being a driver. How you doing, Flatbed? How's that Florida weather? But I had, working for them, and I would see, even when I was driving, oh, turn your truck off. And people were like, hey, if we don't idle the truck, our refrigerator is going to go off and my food might go bad. Oh, well, don't open your fridge. And your mind is like, wait a minute, when you go home to save electricity, do you turn all your electricity off? I mean, just turn the power off and let everything be dead? No, you don't. I'm OTR with PNS in Louisiana. Oh, okay, well, congrats on the new gig. Why is PNS? PNS sound familiar, homie. PNS sound familiar. I might know the company. It's been a while. But there was just certain treatment that, yeah. And then if you were owner-op, you got all the responsibility like what Nikki has. And then if you have mechanical issues, Flatbed can speak to this. You got all the finances coming out of that. Where the companies, they cover that, but they also cover that at the expense of of don't idle the truck. And the sad part is the newer versions of trucks, they really didn't use all that much fuel. But they squeezing every dime and penny and nickel out of it. Now, older trucks, yeah, they ate a lot of fuel. But the new trucks, they idle, it ain't enough. Child, it's not a lot of fuel. And they ain't paying you that much money, so, yeah. So your health does suffer in the industry. So like I said, in my opinion, unless you like Flatbed is, she's on and off the truck, so she will lose weight. There's certain trucking jobs, yeah. Oh, I didn't know you had a partner. I didn't know you had a partner. Okay. I didn't know you had a partner. Yeah, but I have no intentions on going back. I mean, there's other transportation jobs you could look at becoming if you have local busing companies. The bus industry pays well because they're union. You do work a lot of odd shifts with them, and you could have some of the same health issues. Not as bad. The issue with the busing company is you could also, because you're going to work whatever schedule they got, especially because, again, it's usually union based and it's based on seniorities if you even get a schedule or a route. So you might be just working the fill-ins. You make good money. You make a lot of money. Some bus drivers make up to upwards of $100,000 a year. depending on the overtime is that they work, plus your union. So you do have decent benefits. Now, the union one here, they didn't have a pension anymore. They still had 401k, but the pension thing was gone. Now, I'm in auto insurance, right? Well, they do more than auto insurance, but my area is auto insurance with a company, and they pay a pension. I was like, we're not union, but they pay a pension. I was like, okay. So they do donate to a pension. But again, I'm 50 something, so I don't, like I said, I don't know if we're going to be around, if the planet going to be around there long with all the foolery we got going on right now and what I think is about to happen. So we'll see. Yep, that's, well, most drivers, you don't have a choice, really. That's why I was telling, yeah, and it depends. That's that was I was saying with a lot of people in the industry, some of the company based ones trying to have a refrigerator, and some of them wouldn't allow you that. When I first started, you got a cooler, and that cooler didn't really keep stuff cool because if when it's the temperature inside the truck had to be a certain temperature for the cooler to stay cool inside. And so in winter, in the summer months, in the winter months, I mean, and then you couldn't idle. I threw away so much food in a little cooler, and that little electric cooler thing. It really didn't work out well. It was a waste of time. And then when you got the refrigerator, you had the refrigerators. Some of them had refrigerators. Oh, don't have your refrigerator. Don't idle the truck. I mean, it's so much foolery. And then once I got in the office and I saw in the background what they made at the trucking companies and opposed to what they were paying drivers, I knew I was never going into trucking again. I'm like, y'all are getting slave wages. y'all getting slave wages. And they'll make it look good. Oh, we got to pay the driver manager this. Y'all getting slave wages. That's what I said. But they still were trying to, when I was at Swift, they were still telling folks, don't idle your truck, even with the new fuel efficiency. I'm like, it's not even using that much fuel to idle the truck and keep the driver comfortable and to keep the refrigerator going so their food don't go by. Like I said, I'm good. I don't ever want to go back. I'm good. It was a good experience. I got to go all around the country. One Providence to Canada. I would like to visit Canada again. I would like to just go on a trip to Canada. Canada is just, I went to BC, and just really the entry level of BC is so clean. And I just remember I went by this area where it's just fields of flowers. I was like, oh my God, it was just gorgeous and clean. Like they don't have trash, at least the area, like they don't have trash on the ground. They don't have, yeah, I was really impressed. I was just so flipping impressed. Like I said, I didn't go too far in, but far enough in, I was like, this is really nice. And like I said, the little country area with the fields, and I was up through BC. So yeah, it was very pretty. I would like to drive there. I would like to go hang out and do some vacation in there. Yeah, it is. Oh, I would love to do that. Now I would love to do that. I would love to do that. For a while I wanted to live in Alaska. I used to love and it's on here now, Northern Exposure, one of my favorite shows. I wanted to live in Alaska. I did. Flatbed, Fluffy. I got some health stuff going on right now. Dude, for about 2 weeks I was barely able to walk. The knee is kneeing. The left leg is jacked. So I'm going to get x-rays. I was sharing that earlier on the left leg. But yeah, I'll be honest, and what I've been looking at and with all going on in the United States, if Fluffy was in better shape, I would be throwing the peace sign to the U.S. and be in Thailand. I'm watching the expats in Thailand. I'm like, I could do that. And it's cheap as hell to live. I'm like, did that brother say he paying under $500 for an apartment? Child, did they say that what we pay here for $20 and $30 for a meal, he paid $2? Bruh. And I had to go because I wasn't believing like they just doing this for YouTube. And then I looked at the sign and said this much baht. That's the money over in Thailand. So I did baht to US dollar. Sign me the hell up. Sign me up. And most of them are doing jobs remotely, so they living over there. getting whatever their salaries are, or they retired and they're living off their Social Security. Sign me up. And they walk out their little apartment up the street and they get a meal and walk back to their apartment or have it delivered. Sign me up. Ain't got to furnish nothing. When they get their apartment, it's fully furnished. And they pay like $300, $500. And the really nicer ones that might get into the $600 to $700 realm, sign me up. Huge. Nice. Amenities. Go downstairs. I got all the little restaurants. 7-Eleven is a whole different thing over in Thailand and in Japan. I'm like, look at 7-Eleven. Yeah. A friend of mine said they're supposed to be doing the 7-Elevens over here like the ones over there. I'm like, well, they do need to do something because I ain't been in a 7-Eleven in years. I rarely go to a Circle K. Circle K dudes got some good coffee, though. I would give them that. They had a fresh ground coffee. That's about the only reason I used to go in a Circle K periodically. But the convenience stores, no. And I used to go to QT. I like QT here. If y'all don't know what QT is, it's like a convenience store here in Arizona. I don't know if y'all, I've seen them in other parts of the country. But when they came here, if I could buy stock, they don't sell, they're not publicly traded, I don't think, if I remember correctly. I'd put stock in QT. I love their whole setup. But the QT over here, our homeless situation is so bad. And God bless them. I know you hungry, but they'll walk in the store, just take their hand and get the hot dogs and put it on the thing, get the buns, put their stuff on it, and just walk out the door and steal it. And because you can't, chase them because they're stealing, unless the cop is in there or security, I was like, I'm good. I don't ever need a hot dog. What you say, flatbed? You might. Or research, what they were saying is a lot of the people that are from the U.S. that are going over there, they're getting jobs as teachers. And then some are doing jobs remotely. Like, let's say the job I had, I could do 100% remote. As long as I had internet access, I could live over there. And so some of them are doing remote jobs. Some of them, like I said, are retired, living off their retirement. Some are doing the social media stuff, obviously. And then others just sold what they had, sold their property, sold their house, and doing whatever their online business or have rentals and are living over there like that. And like I said, a lot of them, for the ones who were working over there, they got jobs teaching. That was a big one that I've been seeing, where they're becoming educators over in Thailand and they're just teaching. And everything you want is pretty much within, like, grocery store, 7-Eleven, mall, food. Everything's within minutes of where you live. They have some sort of like neighborhood way to get your food, and a lot of the stuff is very fresh. Obviously probably fish, and then on top of that, fresh vegetables. There's a guy watching, he's walking through the neighborhoods, he's seeing apartments from people because he's created like a little group. It's kind of cool. Anybody can be a teacher if you can teach people, and it's not always children. You might be teaching adults. Because a lot of them are going in teaching English, so you might be teaching adults. It might not always be kids. Anybody can teach if you got a skill set to talk to people, you might be able to teach them. But yeah, so and I don't know what other jobs. There were probably other jobs. I think one guy was doing some sort of investment stuff. I don't know, and that might be a possibility. I do know now their roads out there look a hot mess. But like the people, if you want to get around the city, they have, I guess, the motorbikes, and the people are jumping on the back of the bike and they take you to wherever you want to go. Or they do have little cab thingies, but our motorbikes be scaring me because they just be weaving in and out of traffic. I'm like, ooh. But yeah, and then the refrigerators, like they got like little studio styles of refrigerators, not like a real fridge. Well, I think I saw a couple people with apartments that had like kind of a full size refrigerator, but most of them are like little apartment refrigerators, like the little studio refrigerators with the little top and the bottom, kind of like when I got one that used to be on my truck, sitting out here looking at me. That's what they got. Yeah, you should look up, and I can't remember the brother's name. Hold on, let me see. Where my thing at? Hold on, let me see if I can find it, and I'll tell you what the YouTube channel is. Hold on, let me see if I can find it. It's a brother, and I know he goes... And there's a sister called, oh my God, she's a little bit of an annoying, but she was doing van life during COVID, which is how I came onto her channel. But originally her thing was she liked to travel. So I think it's Antoinette Yvonne is her name. You can probably look her up. And then I'm trying to see if I can find this other brother. Give me a second. I don't want that. Let me go to subscriptions. Hold on. Let me see if I can find them through that. There's another sister. She's in Japan. I enjoy hers, but Japan is expensive. But she's over there, and I think she might have went in as a teacher or something like that. But she's on there. Hers was good of Japan. I liked her review of Japan, but they're expensive. Her name is Sunday, Sundai Love. So you may want to check her out. And then the other one, here he is. It's called this is the guy, Isaiah Ashley Show. ISAIAH Ashley, ASHLEY. And he takes you over looking at different people's apartments in Thailand. And then right now he's been walking the neighborhoods. There's another chick. Her name is Antoinette Yvonne. She actually is living in Thailand. I think she's back home for the holidays. I enjoy some of her content, but she's got something going on, and I need to see less of her and more of this where she's at. But she does show you quite a bit of Thailand as well. She was doing van life for a minute. She used to be a flight attendant, from what I gather. I didn't come into her channel until she was doing the van life, and then she went over to Thailand. And then that's where I found out. She's had a channel for a while. I don't know what the Scrum... No, I never heard of that. What's Scrum Master? What is that? Did you say Scrum? Hold on. Yeah, I don't know what that is. What is that? Oh, and then there's another chick I'm watching. I really enjoy her. Her name is Tia Weston. She did, I think, van life for a hot minute, which is how I found out about her. And she just went and bought this house from this dude for like $1, and it needed work. And her daddy is, honey, they put their foot all up in that house. I watch her every week. I thoroughly enjoy her content. No, I don't know what that is. I'll have to look it up, but let me know what Scrum Master is. I don't know what that is. I don't know what that is. But yeah, so no, I haven't been on for the holidays, and I forgot a bunch of people, a couple of people that usually on here. Who, Tia? You mean Tia? You done seen Tia Weston? Is that who you talking about, Quita? Because I enjoy Tia Weston. Oh, you're a flight attendant too. Oh, Flatbed, I didn't know you did flight attendant. Maybe you did say that before. Oh, yeah. Are you watching Quita, that $1 house? That $1 house, girl, she in there. And you know what I really am blessed with watching her is her father, because it says so much that he invested in his daughter like he did, to teach her the skill set that she has. I mean, because she didn't get that on her own. Daddy taught her that, and she's just a go-getter for a female. I am so impressed with that. Like, Daddy deserves roses and awards, because Daddy really, really, really taught his baby girl. Okay, I'm gonna look up Scrum Master. You gonna make me look it up and find out what that is? Yeah, and if any of y'all hear this later, go watch that baby. I don't know her from a can of paint, but that Tia Weston, I enjoy it. So she originally was doing like living out of her car and van life. She did that, I think, when I first started watching her channel. I think the baby was barely in her 20s. And then she bought a regular house, and I think she had some roommates and was trying to go back to a normal life. And then I think she said the house was costing too much, and so she got rid of the house, sold the house, and had invested in this house that she got for $1. You hear me? $1. And the house needed some work. It was cute. You could tell it had bones. but the person was using it just for like a lot of junk and windows. It had just a bunch of junk in there. And so she shows all the stuff they had to take out the house, but she realized the bones of it, but she also had the skill set. Between her and her daddy, you could tell daddy had really taught her. And the baby done went in, they started putting up posts and roofing and floors. Only thing she hired in for so far was the plumbing and the electricity. Um, and just her and her dad, I'm like I said, I'm impressed. And she's just and she's, I think she hit her 100,000 mark, because that house really is what took her to that point. Kathy, what's up, baby? Happy New Year to all y'all. I know I didn't come on for the New Year's. Fluffy grandma was beat, and I had like some health challenges, and the new role at work, that schedule was kicking my behind. They started us off, oh, you're gonna be here 8:30. Then we went to this other group for the next phase of our training, and one was in Colorado and one was in Illinois, and they said 7:30. I'm like, oh my God. I'm not there anymore. I need a solid schedule, and I'm not an early morning person. Um, everybody wants to know what is the latest flipping shift you got that sign me up. Son, I am not that morning person. I'm starting to function after 9 something in the morning, and it's even better if it's later. Kathy, Dallas, you Texas, right? In Texas, I think Kathy, you Texas, and yeah, it's cold here. What's your cold? So like we got down to the 40s last night. What's your cold? And Flatbed, where are you at in the country? You didn't say. I know Quita says she in Georgia, and Quita, what's the cold in Georgia right now? All of us are grateful, and prayers. Anybody in California, Southern Cal, my heart goes out to you. I used to work out of Europa. Dang! Baby, 23 degrees. I'm done. Okay, Quita, me and you on the same page. Here in Arizona, it's been 40. We hit 40s last night. I got up for really brunch lunch. I didn't get out the house till about 12. And I went to the Indian buffet. I didn't lose weight. I didn't lose weight, but I went to the Indian buffet. I know, y'all. I got problems. I got problems. So I was craving Indian food. So I went to the Indian buffet, and it was okay. Our favorite Indian food place was in Tempe for over 20 years, and they no longer are open. And I've been trying. This one was good the first time I went, but I think it might have been because I was craving it. Plus, I had been in that house because I couldn't walk for so long. And then I just recently went back, and it was all right. It was all right. It wasn't the best. The only thing I really like is their non the best, but they're, and I did the buffet. Maybe I just need to order something. I did the buffet. It's the inside is nice. The interior is nice. The food, the Indian food was okay. It wasn't bad. It was just okay. But 23 degrees. My God. And that's Texas, right? Dallas area. It's Dallas, right? It don't matter. It's Texas. Child. Well, West Texas, because Monty would be in Lubbock, and you could wake up in the morning and they would have an ice storm, and then by midday they would have tumbleweeds. He said it was schizophrenic weather. Facts. Mm-hmm. I think my brother's out. One of my brothers, the oldest of the two that I raised for part of his life, he's out there. He has a YouTube channel on here too now. He does something with cigars. I think he calls himself Cigar Brother. I haven't really watched it. He's young and he's doing little shorts on Facebook. Now, I don't smoke cigars, and cigars were never the thing that I like. I like the smell of pipe tobacco if it's sweet. Ooh, Shreveport. I've been through Shreveport. 40 ain't bad. 40 ain't bad. 40 ain't bad. 40, because you see what Georgia, she said she got 40. Miss Cleta, I got 40. It was 40 yesterday. I don't know what it's going to be tonight. It's probably going to be about that. And then I went to go get my meds. We were about 50. I think they said it was going to be up to 60. And I think it was like 58. So, and then it'll drop down. Like I got my little floor heater on right now. So when I sit at my desk over here for work, I so I don't normally use the heat in the house. I usually keep it at 70 because I don't like to sleep hot. I like to sleep cold, and then I like blankets. So my heat right now is at 75 because when I woke up, it was a bit chilly and I shaved the hair, so my head got a little cold, and you don't want to get a cold. So I put it at 75 when I woke up. But then I have this little space heater, and if I run it, the heat up here doesn't kick because this thing keeps whatever the temperature in the house overall, this apartment, even though it feels might be sometime a little chilly because it keeps it about 75. Oh, y'all gonna see my mess. Remember I was saying about the wine cabinet, and these are my bags from Starbucks. I know that's ghetto. Y'all see my bags, Starbucks bags, Aggressor, and Bible cover. This, and that, yes, I haven't done what I need, and then you see all my boxes over there that I'm still working on. But that's actually not bad because I've knocked out a bunch. That wine rack, it goes up. Y'all can see it. It goes up. See it? It's all. And I'm just taking it. And then below those boxes, down here, down there, there's a whole wine rack that goes down. And these are shelves. One shelf, both are glass. So I'm going to clean it off. But this I found by the trash can. And it is wrought iron. It's wrought iron. I don't know. I'm going to easily tell you. I bet you they got it at one or two places because it looks familiar. I think they got it from Cost Plus World Market. Either that or Pier 1. But it's nice. This is a gate. It's a gate. And the gate, found it by the trash can. I don't know who moved. But as soon as I saw it, this is me. So it's been sitting in the corner, and I finally moved it over here because I'm working on stuff over there. So yeah, and I got stuff got to get ready to go to Goodwill. Facts. And so when I was telling Linda about it, I was trying to shoot pictures, and she came by to see it. She like, girl. And then she told me, sister, you should see what Shannon found by the check. I sure did walk that puppy right on up in his apartment. That's what we did. I set him outside in the back. I washed him down because whoever had it, I could tell had a cat because I started itching when I touch it. Got a cat, I already know. I got the cat spidey sense, and I start itching. So I washed it down, and then I brought it in the house. It's dusty on the shelves right now because it's been sitting over here in the corner next to the refrigerator until I could get some of the bins from over here. So what y'all see in the corner, that's what I said it's not that bad because I went through all the bins over here. And it's going to eventually go further into the corner once I move the bins out and take some of the stuff to Goodwill and put some in the back. I have some trucking stuff. I'm trying to decide. I don't know if Nikki wants it or I might end up donating to Goodwill. I still have my road I have several road atlases. So I have one because they gave you a road atlas once you got done with trucking school. And I would buy one every other year, especially when they went on sale at the end of the year. That's the best time to get them. So I would do that. Yeah. But yeah, it's a nice rag. Ooh, see, and you talking about tarps? No, that's too heavy. But that's all right. That's why you in shape. You said I had on a heating pad and slept under 2 blankets. I cannot with 23 degrees? Bruh. I cannot. I'm trying to I don't think we've gotten down that low here in Arizona. The coldest I ever recall it being here in Arizona is in the 30s. I don't ever now if you're up north in Flagstaff, that's a whole different can of worms. You could get up into those 20s and teens. I don't even know if they get down to 0, up in 0 or negative, but I do know they get up into the teens sometimes and get snow. But down here in the valley, 30 maybe. We've had it's snow, but that's only been a couple times in my lifetime, and it melts as soon as it hits the ground, or it'll look like a dusting, and it's melted by in the morning. So we don't normally. Yeah, I was watching some sister who did a short. She had me rolling, and she's in I think Kentucky, and she told me she said New York, and she called out some other states, Michigan. Y'all come pick this up. This is not our weather. Y'all left this here. Y'all sent this our way. We don't want this. Y'all can come get it. I was weak. She said, y'all come pick this up. I'm going to sit her on the curb because we don't want this. Y'all got me with my furry cap on, my hat. She had me weak. I was like, okay, I'm not mad at you. But yeah, right now we've been like 55. So it hasn't been. And we hit 40. Like I said, we hit 40. It'll probably hit 40 tonight. And I slept good. I get my little blankets up and put them all on me, and I'm out like a light. Yeah, and I love it. And I do drink wine, and I save wine. I actually have a couple wine racks here already. I got one that's almost full. It's just the little ones, about like this. But as soon as I move this in the corner, I'll start getting different wines for it. Well, Kathy, there's a certain group of people who said, hey, there's no such thing as global warming or climate change. That's all a lie. And now you got people who telling you that the weather is manufactured. When did you become God? I can't. I cannot. I'm like, don't get me wrong. I know you can do snow machines and make snow happen. I know we can have heaters and make heat. But you're telling me that somebody's pushing little buttons in a room, causing certain parts of this country to be icy and snowy and hot as hell and windy. You telling me somebody? Now I'm gonna tell you like I had to tell my niece. I was like, because she's like, well, yeah, somebody. I'm like, oh my god, and she's part of the Trump crew. In that thought process, I don't know. I don't get it. Love them dearly, but I don't get it. But there's certain folks that are part of that thought process, and that's where they go. And I get, and like I was telling my half sister, because she's like, if somebody voted for him, oh, they're MAGA. I'm like, no, not everybody's MAGA. Some people voted for him because they didn't agree with maybe the moral views that would have been under the other party. So they voted for the Republican Party. It might not even been about Trump. For them, it was just really a moral issue. That doesn't mean they're MAGA. That means they felt like they didn't have a choice, and that's the way they voted. There are those who, yeah, they're MAGA. There are those who are racist as hell. So they did that. There's all the different facets of who voted on that side of the coin. But what I do find is a strange commonality on that side of the coin of people who have this strange thought process when it comes to things like the weather. And it's a constant conspiracy theory of mentality going on over there. That's one of the things. And don't get me wrong, I believe that there is definitely wickedness in the world. I can never tell you it's not. But to the depth of some of the stuff that is thought of is just, some of it's comical. And she was the only one. There was a couple other folks who said to me, oh yeah, you heard that they're controlling something with weather. Now, I grew up understanding that corporations who did pollution, that our own personal way we lived with things that we did, cars, trash, impacted gases and things that impacted the environment. That's just science. And those things will contribute to how the climate responds. That's just science, which is where we're kind of at right now. So we're choosing not to be different because corporations still want greed. And we really don't care if we make the planet not habitable for most folks. And maybe your greed and your money is more like life and breath to you than actually life and breath is. So I'm going to stay greedy. I'm going to stay doing things that cause the environment harm, and that's what I'm going to do. And that also makes sense on why that particular party leans towards spewing that rhetoric, because they are a party that tends to support money, wealth, and corporations. That's what they do. Don't get me wrong, I'm not a fan of the other party either. I got issues with them. That's why when I vote independent, because I got issues with both parties. But I also see how both parties operate and what they lean into. So both of them got wickedness, in my humble opinion. But to me, by being in the middle, it gives you a clearer view. And yeah, I'm good. What's MTG mean, Kathy? I don't know what MTG means. Help me out with that. I don't know what that means. Help me with what MTG means. I'm old. You gotta break it down for the old people. And then I'm trying to think what else I was gonna tell y'all about. I was gonna tell y'all about something else again. I'm almost done. This is my last week of school. Hold on. I don't even bother thinking about any of it. Over my pay scale. I just am trying to do my part, starting with having no kids. Flatbed. Right here. Right here, sis. Oh, that baby. Kathy. I didn't know who she was until, because they would say something like, who is this chick? So several months ago, I went to go see who she was. And I'm like, oh, that baby need a psychiatrist. But she fits perfectly into what's going on in that party. So she's in the perfect spot to be part of the madness. Part of the weirdness. Because it's a little different. And I was talking to her niece, love her dearly. She's sweet and she's intelligent on certain levels, but talking about the California situation. And again, the thought process that particular mindset has for this particular group. You know, they ran out of water. I said, they ran out of water. I watched bits and pieces of it, so I didn't know that as they were trying to put the fires out, that the fire department ran out. They wherever they were at, they started running out of water. Well, apparently there is, I guess, a plant or whatever location that actually is where the water is supplied to the hydrants. And there some maintenance, a whole bunch of stuff. And I'm like, what do you mean they ran water? So her thought process is, and I'm not saying it's bad if it's doable. I'm not an engineer. And I don't know the reason why. She's like, well, California's got oceans. Why can't they just take the water from the oceans? First of all, I don't know if they can store salt-based water. They have to. You dang sure don't want the fuel blowing up. They got to do that. That's getting ready to get real special. They gonna have to do that because we don't want the fuel to blow up. That's gonna be real special. And yeah, my friend Joe, he said something like, "Hey, ladies, top off your tanks because we may have fuel shortages." 8 months. Oh, you're babysitting an 8-month old? Are you saying you babysitting? Oh, babysitting an 8 month. Is this your grandbaby? Is it a grandbaby, Kathy? I would think so. Um, I know that, and again, I don't know all the details, but I know Joe hit me up and said, "Hey, top off your fuel because they said that any fuel being cut off to us." Okay, well, hey, grandbabies. All right, grandma, go take care. Look, I didn't have a great mom, so my grandmothers were the blessings to me. So you be a good grandma and spoil that grandbaby. Show them love. And if they don't get disciplined at home, please do not let them be any of these entitled buttholes we got right now. I cannot. I be sitting up there, even some my age now. It's like this world of entitlement. Entitlement is real, y'all. I cannot. No, I'm figuring they had to cut it off, flatbed, because you don't want fires to happen. Um, I mean, and I don't know, that's gonna be hellish because here in Phoenix are the big tanks for fuel. Because I thought that's what I wanted to do out of trucking school initially. I thought that's what I was gonna do. And the more I heard about it, I was like, yeah, I'm good. Because I had heard about one of the people who worked with one of the fuel haulers. His friend got blown up. He went to put the pipe in a certain way. There was a spark and kaboom. So I was like, yeah, I'm good. And plus, they really don't pay as much as you think they pay. Again, a lot of these trucking companies, slave wages, because Nikki was looking at it. And Nikki's like, Shannon, I'm like, oh. I said, no, because you realize you're driving a bomb. I hate to say that, you really are. Anything go wrong, you get hit, kaboom. Not unless you're doing diesel. Diesel, you got a chance, because diesel's oil-based. You got a chance. But gasoline, kaboom. But our tanks are right, not too far from Swift, like 70-something Avenue in like the Van Buren area, McDowell Van Buren area. And we have like a big old, it's like almost huge Heck, that might be a couple of blocks. I don't know, it's huge. And they got the round tanks for the fuel there. So I guess they get their fill ups from the tanks, and they were saying some of them are from Cali. So again, my buddy Joe, he sent out this thing, and I'm like, I hope that this ain't going out, because you know how when it goes social media, everybody go crazy. Yeah, 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 the explosive stuff. Yeah, diesel, because with diesels, people can drop cigarettes in diesel and be just fine. It's got so much oil. I'm not saying that's a good thing to do, but yeah, you be all right. Um, Lo and behold, Joe sent me this thing. Oh, they cutting off the fuel coming out of Cali, and I know everybody gets stressed. I'm like okay, because Cali is not the only place we can get fuel from. Fuel is dispensed across the country in different places. And it can get here from other places like Texas. That's not the only state we're close to that has oil and stuff like that, refineries where we can get fuel from. But I went ahead and I top off anyway every week. So I normally do mine at the end of every pay period. I go and top off. So I did that today when I was out and about, but that's just my normal routine. I didn't do anything special. And I don't go that far. I'm typically that old person that don't go that far. I'm getting ready to have with everything going on health. I'm talk to the doctor and see if we can work with my company, because I'm Texas, North Dakota, right? Oil, you got refineries, right? Um, so I'm gonna talk to the doctor. I'm gonna see if we can't get to where I'm working from home forever, just in general. So the company, I have to go in once a week. I do know that with certain new hires now, they're making it twice a week. I can't right now. Just doing once a week right now is hard, because like last time I was in there, we are sitting in an area. I have to go all the way around to find the bathroom. And that's another thing. You get older, ladies, your bladder don't hold like it used to. Yeah, yeah. I'm not there no more. And then the chairs. I got my chair here, which is decent. I'm getting ready to get a newer one. The chair's there. By the time I get done, my back feel like MC Hammer. I feel like I'm barely walk. I cannot. So I'm gonna, even this 1 week that I'm supposed to go in, I'm gonna talk to my doctor and see if we can't get some, because you can get what they call a work from home thing, where you just work at home, and it's only 1 week. So I'm gonna talk to them and see if we can't put in what they call an ADA to get me to where I just permanently work from home. Because by the time it's on my back, I went in that chair. I had to go and lay in my bed. When I come home, I had to lay in bed, put my legs up, and my lower back with a pillow under. My back was speaking, and I was in there like during the train. I hadn't been in a minute. I took a Wednesday out. I took a sick day. My knee was swollen from just trying to get around. Plus that I can't do it anymore. Child, we getting ready to get possibly on them shots and get this weight off so we can work out. Because right now, my knee, this left knee, the gout was bad. And it had a gout flare, but even after the gout flare, it's bad. And it goes, so, your knee can be like this. Well, my knee, when your knee's like this, you bend forward. Well, my knee can go back, like bend back. Now, so I got some stuff going on in that left knee. So yeah, I'm going to get it checked out. Yeah. So about the only thing I can see myself doing, we're gonna talk. I'm probably end up at a physical therapist, see what we're going on with the knee. The first thing is we got to see an X-ray, and then he may do a CAT scan or whatever of it and see what's going on. But yeah, we got some issues going on, bad. And I don't know if the fall happened too. Yeah, I was having issues with whatever the side effects are. People have told me, my sister told me she had two friends that ended up in the hospital taking and I don't know if it's Zempic or Wegovy shots. I'm gonna research both, but I think I'm gonna start there, because it's like the guy said. He says at least it'll get you to a place of comfort, and that's what I need. It's like even getting taken care of. Like I got two hernias. Even to get the two hernias taken care of, I have to get half this body. I have to lose half my body weight in that. And it's like I was telling, there's a Queecher on here. that, with trucking, I gained like a couple 100 pounds from when I first started, because I was in it for 6 years. 6 years altogether, off and on. And you will gain weight unless you're doing like you doing a flatbed. And like Bill said, if you do flatbed, you'll be a fraction of your former self. And I'm like, I ain't even in the shape for flatbed. Yeah. So yeah, you girl, by quitty, you be. Nah, you want to stay in shape. Flatbed is that what she doing? That's how you stay in shape. You definitely stay in shape. Go up there and try to haul them wet tarps off of there. And that ice and snow she talking about, baby, ain't no way in hell. And chains, you see them on the side of the road doing this. They get a lot of work out with flatbed. No, I chose the lazy man's route. After I did the van, and van you get back there and sweep, and then the kids came up with the genius idea of the blower. That was after I did drive-in, and then when I had to help with a reefer load, that was life changing. Wait a minute, you mean I ain't gotta crawl back there and clean nothing out? You mean I just drive up and somebody wash it out? Only thing I gotta do is open the doors and crank the landing gear and disconnect and check and just do the refrigeration unit. This sound like a plan. That climbing in and out the back, I cannot. That's Danielle when she was alive. Danielle said my chest just be all flat, trying to scrape my butt up in there, pulling myself up in them dry vans. Yeah, I could not. I loved reefer. Is it the sound? Yeah. See, the sound didn't bother me. Some people complain about that refrigeration unit going on and off. Noise don't bother me. Oh no, the noise don't bother me. Actually, I sleep with my TV on. I have to have noise. I think part of that is some of the trauma from my childhood. So with the pervy stepfather trying to come in the room. Also, I had somebody who broke in when I was a kid, and I had to fight him out the house, who tried to rape me when I was like 13. So because of those traumas, I think for me, I have to have noise. I can't explain it. And I have to have light. I have to have noise. I don't like total dark. I have to be able to see what's going on. I'm not like that. I think that's where the TV plays, because it has that slight hue to keep a little bit of a light in the room. I can still see what's maneuvering. I'm not worried about somebody, coming in that I can't see you. You come up in that room, I got something for you. So, I'm going to be Kamala Harris. You come up in my house, you're going to be shot. She said, oops, I shouldn't have said that. I said, now, I ain't a fan of everything you do, sister, but you're winning with that statement right there. I'm feeling you, girlfriend. You come up in this crib if you want to. I got something for you. I love Jesus all day long, but you might go see him. One of us going to go see him. I don't know if it's going to be me. It might be you. Because it's going to be on. Oh, yeah, the reefer thing don't bother me. I know the reefer used to bother a lot of people in the park. And I normally did not, granted, because I had a Porta-John on board. I didn't get off my truck at night, so I could park anywhere in the lot. When I had a student, I tried to park closer, but I also told my student, hey, this is how we going to the bathroom. If you got to go to the bathroom, here's how you go to the bathroom. If you have an emergency, that's what you do. We had it to where in my fellas, the fellas, you got a pee bottle, do it, but you're going to dispose of that in the trash in the morning. We're not keeping it on the truck. We're not doing any of that. If you had number 2, I had a way to handle that. Like I said, I had a Porta-John on the truck. Well, I had a bucket Porta-John, and I had the bag. So I had everywhere. We don't smell nothing, any of that. And most of the time during the night, you just peeing anyway. And in the morning, when your body was time to cleanse, you went to the bathroom. So we drive up to the fuel aisle, handle our business, and pre-trip the truck. But yeah, I could park anywhere. So reefer, and I normally parked away from other folk because I know, and people get mad. Didn't bother me none. Didn't bother me none. Yeah, they could be jackhammering outside. Like, what's that? When all the New Year's and they had the school over here by me, they did a whole, I don't know, event. And you heard pop, 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 pop. And the puppies, my neighbor, she got two little men, well, they're not men pins, Chiweenie, or little wiener dogs. She got two little wiener dogs, and they also have a German Shepherd. And honey, the wiener dogs, German Shepherd wasn't talking. Well, now the wiener dogs there, he barked or she barked, and they bark. And so they all have, and they howling and barking. And I'm like, okay, babies. And I walk and I talk to them. I'm like, okay, Ratchet, what's his name? Riot, and one's called Riot, and he is a riot. And I've got the other one. The other one I love. I love the little one. He just, I wouldn't want to steal him. And then the girl dog, the German Shepherd, she an old lady, but she barking right along with him. And I heard she wasn't vicious, but I just leave her alone because German Shepherds, they can do some damage. What's the other one's name? Riot? I think one's name is Riley and one's Riot. I can't remember. They both got R names. I just can't remember. And because the other one I really call him Smush him because he got a little wrinkle, like when he smiles, little jaws do little wrinkles. He's cute. And so yeah. And then my neighbor on the other end, he got 3 dogs because he had 2 when I moved in, and then he rescued one that was on the street that almost got hit. So he got 3. And so they all be barking. Oh, I had Hillary. I got an old picture of me and Hillary on the truck. Hillary, she was scared to death when I had her on there. My little chocolate cocker spaniel. Oh my God, she was scared. Because when I first put her in the truck, she didn't know because that was different. She was cool riding in a car, but that truck was a little bit intimidating to her. So I initially had my cooler in the passenger seat because it was just me and her. And then one day she tried to get in the seat with the cooler. I'm like, oh, so now we're going to get up in there. And then when she started getting comfortable, and when we went past farmland and she would see cows, she would, Hillary was really funny. She would sit and watch animal TV. It was weird because you have some dogs, I don't know what it is. They actually can tell. Others, it ain't a big deal. Like the TV's like, eh. But Hillary would sit and watch. You put on the animal channel or whatever, she just sit there and lay and cry at the horses and other dogs and watch it just like like she was a human. Hillary did seem part human. Even Grumpy liked it because he tried to play it off, but he liked Hillary because when I would come home from when I was working at Wells Fargo, they'd be sitting eating cookies. I'm like, Grumpy, she gonna have the runs. She like cookies. I like cookies. We like cookies. He was so touched. She gonna have the runs. We both like cookies, and we only had a few cookies. You only had a few cookies. We only had a few cookies. She gonna have the runs. Are you gonna be taking her to the bathroom all night? Well, no, I didn't. You know, we already went to the bathroom. I went to the bathroom. She went to the bathroom. Yes, and don't give her no more cookies. She on the runs. Okay, well, you know, we sit there. And then the next day, he didn't have cookies. So he would get crackers. And her and him, I come in the house and they eat crackers. I said, Grumpy, stop giving her that stuff. She gonna have the runs. Well, see, you told we couldn't have cookies, so we got her some crackers. She like Ritz. I like Ritz crackers. We both like Ritz crackers. And Sister Parker made some chicken salad. I gave her a little bit of chicken salad with the Ritz cracker, and she liked that. And we both like Ritz crackers with chicken salad. Fool. I was like, my God. Him and Hillary got along great. Ooh. Well, I had one with the cat hair. The cat, I was itching, and you have to clean, and then the smell. My issue wasn't really that. I could get that. My issues was people who smoked in the truck. I would have a headache for a minute. That smoking in the trucks, and if you got a truck where there had been that was my issue. I couldn't. I'm good. Like I said, I don't miss nothing. I praise God. It was fun while I lasted. Only thing, like I said, I wouldn't mind having is I wouldn't mind having a travel trailer. Like Trucker Bill bought himself a bus. He bought one of the old school like silver buses. I gotta get in touch with him because he's getting ready to retire. I think either this year or next year. I think it's this year. And he bought himself a bus, and his daughter are driving it back to wherever and getting it fixed up. But he bought himself a bus. And honestly, that's right now I'm thinking about like. I'm getting ready to clear up some credit stuff right now. Getting the rest of the tax stuff done. My nephew's going to do that for me, praise God. at a very cheap price. Once we get everything filed, I can take care of the other financial stuff. But I'm thinking about either a 55 plus like manufactured mobile home community, depending on what they tell me about some health issues going on right now. That's what I'm thinking about. We'll see. We'll see. Oh, I don't know if y'all saw this. And see, I know, Flatbed, you ain't gonna like me. These are bomb, y'all. I gotta put in the refrigerator. So Starbucks does those yearly, and I didn't order a box, even though I like a box. I asked for one, and he's like, "Here you go, Shannon." I'm like, and I think this was about to it's expiring as of today, but they gave it to me yesterday. I paid for one, they gave me a whole box. I'm like, I love you. So I'm putting it in the refrigerator. Might freeze them. They're really good. And I'm not a huge dessert person. It's Starbucks Cranberry Bliss Bar. You see it? So it's like a little, it's almost like a triangular cookie. And then they do like a cream cheese frosting. She said, let me see it again. Flatbed, I can't with you. This right here. You can get them at, and when you go to Starbucks, they call Cranberry Bliss Bars. You see them? And it's like right there. They are very good. So if you have a Starbucks, try them. If they should still be in season, they have them for a little bit until they run out of them for the season. Kroger, if you have a Starbucks in the Krogers, they will end up at the end when they're not supposed to sell them anymore. They will clearance the boxes for like the price of one for a whole box. So like I paid for one, and he said here and gave me the whole box. I was like, oh, my dude, you're my friend. I was like, thank you. And drove off. It's a little Spanish dude over there. Sometimes he'll give me two, but they know me by name. They're like, Shannon, what you order? I don't know. You might have to give it a try. You might have to give it a try, Flatbed. It's not like a typical cookie. That's the best. I'm describing it as best I can. It's triangular. It's very soft. Not... I would say just give it a try. They're good as hell. And it has a cream cheese frosting and then the cranberries on top. Like the little dried cranberries on top. Very good. Very, very good. And they come out every year at the holidays. Phenomenal. So they gave me a box of those. And it's going to go in the freezer because I'm a meal person. Let's sit down, have a meal. I am not the dessert person, with the exception I have certain desserts I like every blue moon. These come out every year, and I'll get those. Those are my favorite. If I decide to do any kind of dessert from Starbucks, it's usually the, is it a pumpkin? I think it's a pumpkin bread. I'll do that every blue moon. Normally any food from them, I do their feta wrap, breakfast wrap, if I'm on my way into work. And I'll just do half of it in the morning, half of it for lunch. And that way, because I don't want to be in the bathroom going back and forth, and sugar can set me off to pee a lot more. So because of the diabetes stuff. So I do stuff every blue moon. I am more, let me sit down and have a meal. Quita, good night, baby. Be safe. Take care of you. I'll be on here possibly next week. I'm trying to get where I'm on here on the weekends, at least once a weekend. And I've been here about hours, so I'm going to wrap it up. But I'm not, let me sit down and have me a meal. I'm going to sit down. I want to sit down to dinner. I want to sit down for lunch. I want to sit down for breakfast. That's me. I don't, like Monty Grumpy, and if y'all don't know who Monty is, Grumpy is my dad. He was a dessert dude. Sugar, that's why I talk about him and Hillary and them cookies. He was a massive dessert. Anything sweet. For me, I can't. The most sweet I'm probably going to do is going to be something in a drink. And oftentimes, if I do, I'm going to do a juice like this right here. Cranberry, because it makes you pee and it does clean you out. Or I'll do a water. The water flavorings, or I'll just do water. I was doing soda, but I've got to be careful with soda because soda will make me itch. So it's the acids in soda. We don't get along. And I do like tomato juice. Now that's something I do like. I like V8, spicy V8s. I like Clamato. I love a good Clamato. I like that kind of stuff. And it's probably because it has salt and tang to it, which is why I probably like the tomato juice. I do like lemonade and I love tea. Now I do like iced tea. I like tea. Um, I do hot tea too, and I do like coffee. But dessert every blue moon, and that was just free. Like I said, it's probably gonna most of it's gonna probably end up in the freezer. I just was getting one. I'm like, oh, let me get one. I'll get one like every other week until it's gone. I am not a coconut water person, but I do like coconut milk. I don't know what it is. A coconut water, I don't know how y'all do it because it's nasty to me. I probably could mix it as a smoothie, but I don't like the flavor of coconut. At least, unless I'm going to try it again. But I had something with coconut water. I was like, oh. I don't know. I could probably do it in a smoothie, like mixing fruit with it and doing that because I do like smoothies. Ice smoothies. I don't like that. People call it smoothies when they shake something up, and I'm like, that's not a smoothie. The smoothie to me got to be icy. It's got to be frozen, and that's a smoothie to me. Just shaking something up in a glass, that's just a shaking up drink. A smoothie is when you blend it with ice or frozen fruit. And I have my little napkin here because I don't want to spill. Because it has a drinking thing, but you put, and I wish they would have where it closed, but drinking thing. But sometimes I do it and it spills, so that'll catch it. Anyway, we in here over an hour. Flatbed, get some sleep. I'm going to holler at y'all later. I'm going to be doing a video. I haven't done it yet to address one of the young ladies that was on here. And I forgot the name right now. But she had asked me, it's a Christian video, so I'm going to do it separate. Naked. Okay. Why does Naked sound familiar to me? Naked, that's a brand. I might have seen them. Oh, do they do the smoothie? They call them smoothies too, but they like in the do they have like the green juice? I think they have a green juice too. Now I do like the green juice. They call them smoothies, even though I don't feel that's what they are. I feel like drinks. But they have like the green goddess, and it's got like apple green, and I love green apple. I like fresh green apple. I like anything green apple. Okay, yeah. I'll look. I think that's a brand here. It's at the grocery store. I'll look. I'll try it. But if it's like the pure coconut water, you might be talking about the coconut flavored drink. Now, I can deal with that. That's different. But if it's that coconut water that I seen in the can, that was nasty. Like I said, maybe I need to try it again. I might give it one more shot. But yeah, I wasn't feeling it. Anyway, y'all, but I'm going to do a video, just a heads up. And I'm going to do that, record it separately. It was a young lady who was asking about the kids in Gaza, the war in the Middle East, and she made the statement, is God bored? And I challenged her to look up something. In the recent class I've been in, we've been covering the book of Job. And it was read to me twice as a kid, but because of some of my childhood traumas, I don't remember who read them to me. I just remember pieces of it being read. I will, Flatbed, I'm going to try it. In that video, or in reading what we're doing in my class, I think it will answer some of the questions she asked. So I'm going to do a separate video to talk about it. And her statement was, is God bored? That will be the title of the video. And I'm going to address that in a future video. Hopefully here very soon, because I'm going to share it out among this channel and with my Christian group. Anyway, y'all, 2 and 2. I'm going to try to be on here next Saturday, Sunday. Peace. Be blessed.